Hi besties, it's been a long time. I'm well. I hope you guys are well. All right, but we do need to talk. So it's just one or just a few problems I'm kind of having these days regarding the ESL gang. So this is especially to the new besties. Maybe they don't know how things work. So initially when I started the channel, it was more about me sharing information concerning teaching in China or just being an ESL teacher, because it doesn't necessarily have to be in China, but mostly I focus on teaching in China, right? And this was due to just being flooded with questions on social media when I was active on Twitter and Instagram. So I'd get a lot of questions about teaching in China, which I didn't mind, but then I wanted to have one place where I could answer as many people as possible, which is how this channel came about, among other aspects. Not just, I wasn't just going to be doing videos about ESL all the time, but one of the reasons why I started the channel was that. So I make videos so that you guys have an archive where you can just go and check. So I've covered how to get a job here, like what are the requirements first. We have a video on that, 2 videos I think on that as well. We have a video on how why you don't qualify and whatever. We have videos on the salaries. We have videos on the platforms you can use to apply. So those are for you to find, right? Because the titles will help you find. So where am I getting at? So I'm increasingly receiving emails, people asking me to help them with the resumes, take your resume to a recruiter and help you get a job that way, or you know, that HR recruiter, please share a recruiter's cards or contact details with me and whatnot, which I understand where that is coming from. But I don't know recruiters like that, number one. And if you're not getting responses from schools, you just keep applying. It's just like any other pool, any job sector. Some people are going to get responses, some people are not going to get responses. I was just applying to change schools recently and I didn't get a lot of responses, and I've been teaching here and schools can see that I'm here, but I didn't get a lot of responses but I was also very picky with schools. So I'm just trying to say that I don't have the power to help you get a job, like for real. I do not know any HR people. I can help look at the CV, but at the same time, I don't really know much about CVs because I'm not an HR person. I guess I'm basically just saying that there's nothing much I can do from my part where we expedite your process of getting an ESL job in China. I can share how to get it, but I can't get a job for you, if that makes sense. And if we are going to have an increasing number of people asking for their resumes to be looked at, that's also just a lot of work, which I do, but it takes a lot of time for me to do that as well. I don't mind doing that part, but at the same time, there's things that you guys don't necessarily need to ask me to do that she can just try and do. And I understand why you do that, because you need help, but there's things I can't help with, right? The email is not for you to ask me to share recruiters' information or to ask me about things that are already on YouTube. The email is for you the email address is for you to, like, say you get a job and you need help with like job specific things like moving here and whatnot and negotiating the contract. Sure, I can come in, but still time. I still have to sacrifice time that I generally don't have. And I try anyway, I still do. I'm not complaining. I love helping you guys, but I'm just saying that if you can help it, and if it's on YouTube already, maybe don't ask me a question that I've already addressed, because that's not fair. I've tried to help, and then I'll still get people, hey, how do I get a job in China? Hey, what are the requirements? That's a little bit lazy. You can just go and search for that and find it, actually, because it exists in so many channels and so many other places on Google. Another thing that I can no longer help with is WeChat verifications. I can't help with that anymore because WeChat banned me. I don't know what happened, but I'm not allowed to, I guess, anymore because I helped quite a lot of people in a short period of time. So maybe they don't like that. So with that, I cannot help anymore. With salaries as well, we've addressed that. What is a good salary? What is not a good salary? Just watch the videos, watch the whole thing. Don't watch the video in half and then ask me to explain things I've talked about already. I want to help. I want to help you apply. I've done my part. Like, you know, when you've done your part and you still get the same questions, I'm not sure. Maybe I'm not doing a good job at it. And then the frequently asked questions as well. I've addressed them in some Q&As. I have done my part. So to ask me to respond or to expect me to respond to things that I've already addressed, I think personally is not fair. And I think we can do better with that. It's just a family and just as human beings. Yeah, but I appreciate you guys so much. I just needed to come in here and say that before I make other videos, because some people will think, oh, she doesn't even respond to my email. Oh, you know, sometimes, yeah. So I'm not responding to your email because it's already on, the answer is already on YouTube. So it's like now I'm doing the same thing I was avoiding on social media, where I had to answer questions one-on-one when the information is already there on YouTube. If we are going to now have one-on-ones, we're gonna get to a place where you're paying for my time, right? And then it's gonna be like, oh, why am I paying for your time? Because it's time. I don't have a lot of it. I want to do other things with the time, but I genuinely want to help at the same time. I don't know how to balance the two. If you hear me, thank you so much. If you feel like I'm being unfair, I'm so sorry. I hope one day you understand where I'm coming from. And yeah, I wish you guys all the best with your job hunts. Bye, guys.